The last set. I was supposed to be there that late. The gym closed at midnight, but that night I checked the clock. It said to 17 a.m. and I was alone. I used to work the night shift at a small old gym in Ohio. Nothing fancy, just rusty dumbbells, flickering lights, and mirrors that made the place feel bigger than it really was. Most nights were too quiet, but that night, something felt wrong the moment I stepped in. The front door was already unlocked. I froze. I clearly remembered locking it before leaving earlier. I even double-checked it. That was my habit. Still, I pushed it open. The lights inside were on. Not all of them, just a few scattered ones. Enough to cast long shadows across the gym floor. And then I heard it. Clank. Like metal hitting metal. Someone was lifting. Hello? I called out. No answer. Just silence. Then, clank. Again. From the back. The weight room. My chest tightened. Maybe someone broke in. Maybe a late-night member. Trying to stay calm, I walked toward the sound. Step, step, step. Each footstep echoed too loudly. And then I saw him. A man sitting at the bench press. Back facing me. Lifting the bar. Slow control. Perfect form. But something felt off. He was sweating. Not even a little. Hey, man. I said. Gym's closed. No response. He kept lifting. Up, down. Up, down. Like he didn't even hear me. I got closer. Sir, you need to leave. Still nothing. And then, the bar stopped my dread. Not on the rack. Just stopped. Like something invisible was holding it. My stomach dropped. Did you hear me? I said louder. That's when he spoke, without turning around, in a low, broken voice. One more set. I felt chills run down my spine. Look, man. Before I could finish, he dropped the bar. SLAM. The sound echoed like a gunshot. And slowly, he turned his head. I wish he hadn't. His face was crushed. Not injured, not bloody. Just wrong. Like bones had been pressed inward. Eyes sunken. Mouth slightly open. Like he had died under something heavy. I stumbled back. What the? And then he stood up. Slowly. Too slowly. His neck cracking as it straightened. I didn't finish, he whispered. And suddenly, the lights went out. Darkness. Complete. I couldn't see anything. But I could hear him. Closer now. Feet dragging. Weights clinking. Breathing right behind me. I ran. I didn't care about keys, about rules, about anything. I ran straight for the exit. But as I reached the door, it wasn't open. Locked. Put me inside. And then I heard it again. Right next to my ear. Spot me. I turned. Nothing there. But the bench press behind me, the bar, was lifting on its own. Up, down. Up, down. Faster now. Violent. Like someone was struggling beneath it. And then, C-R-A-C-K, a loud sickening sound. Like bones breaking. The lights came back on. Everything was normal. The bench was empty. The bar resting quietly. No one there. I unlocked the door and ran out. He never went back. Next morning, I called the owner. Told him everything. He went silent. Dan said something you'll never forget. Did you see the bench in the back? Yeah. He saw it. A guy died there. 3 years ago. Bench press accident. No spotter. Bar crushed his chest. He stopped breathing. What was his name? He paused and said, "Doesn't matter." But people say he never finished his last set. And sometimes, late at night, that bench still moves. On its own, I tried to forget it. Told myself it was stress, lack of sleep, maybe my mind playing tricks. But 3 nights later, I got a call from the gym owner. "Hey, can you come in tonight?" I went silent. I thought I quit. You did, he said. But something's wrong. I shouldn't have gone back. But I did. And that was my biggest mistake. The moment I stepped inside, that same feeling hit me again. Heavy, cold, watching me. The owner was waiting near the front desk. He looked different. Pale. Eyes tired, like he hadn't slept. Hey, you were still right, he asked. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. C-L-A-N-K. I just froze. Same sound. Same place. That quite room. It started again last night. He whispered. Security cameras caught something. My heart started pounding. What? Something? He didn't speak. Just pulled out his phone and showed me the footage. Black and white video. Timestamp to 17, the exact same time. The bench press was empty. Still. Silent. Then, the bar moved. Slowly at first. Then up. Then down. Like someone was lifting. But there was no one there. I felt my throat go dry. Wait, zoom in, I said. He did. And that's when we saw it. For a split second, something appeared under the bar. I think. A body. Crushed. And then it vanished. I stepped back. No, I'm done. I'm leaving. But the owner grabbed my arm. Wait. Last night didn't stop. What do you mean? He looked at me, fear in his eyes. The bar kept going. Faster, harder. C-L-A-N-K. 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 And then C-R-A-C-K. That sound, he whispered. The same sound you described. I felt sick. And after that, I asked. He swallowed. He turned toward the camera. I froze. There was no face. He said, just something crushed. Trying to look at me. Silence filled the gym. And then, C-L-A-N-K. We both turned. Slowly, the sound wasn't coming from the back anymore. It was closer, right behind the front desk. We stepped forward, carefully, and there it was. A barbell. On the floor. Moving, lifting on its own. No bench. No body. Just the bar. Up, down. Up, down. Faster. Stop, the owner whispered. And suddenly, it did. My tread. Frozen. Then dropped. S-L-A-M. The entire gym shook. And then we heard it. Not from the bar. Not from the room. From everywhere. Spot. Me. The mirrors. All around us. Reflected something. Not us. Behind us. In every mirror. He was standing there. The same man. Crushed face. Sunken chest. Neck twisted wrong. But in reality, there was nothing. Only in the reflection. Dot moved. I whispered, too late. The owner turned around and screamed. Because this time, Nan was really there. Right behind him. Standing. Too close. I saw his hand lift. Slowly. Resting on the owner's shoulder. And then, he whispered, "Your turn." The owner's body went stiff, like something invisible grabbed him. And before I could react, it was pulled backward, dragged across the floor, straight toward the bench press. "H-E-L-P-M-E," he screamed. I tried to grab him, but something shoved me back. Hard. I hit the floor, and all I could do was watch as he was forced onto the bench, arms pinned, chest exposed, the bar lifted above him. And then he dropped. S-O-A-M. His scream cut through the entire building. L-E-S-C. S-O-A-M. Tones cracked. Blood spread. S-L-A-M. Again. 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 Until silence. Bar stopped. And the body was still. The lights flickered. And everything went dark. When they came back on, I was alone. No owner. No body. No blood. Just the bench in the bar, resting quietly, like nothing ever happened. Police said he was missing. No signs of struggle, no evidence, no clues. But I know the truth, because sometimes, late at night, I still get calls from the gym's landline. I answered once, just once. All I heard was breathing, heavy, struggling, and then a whisper, almost done, and the sound of the bar lifting. CLANK. I never answered the phone again, but it didn't stop. Every night, exactly to 17, my phone would ring. Unknown number, same pattern, same silence, same breathing. I changed my number. Still rang. I turned my phone off. It still rang. That's what I knew. It was a call. It was an invitation. Weeks passed. I stopped sleeping, stopped going out. Every mirror in my house, I covered them. Because once, just once, I saw something behind me, standing, watching. I didn't turn around. I was too scared to. I heard it. Faint, broken, close to my ear. One more step. That night, it broke. I decided to end it. Not my life, but this. I went back. The gym was abandoned now. Police tape outside. Dust everywhere. Lights barely working. But the door was open. Of course it was. I stepped inside. Heart pounding. Hands shaking. LEGSFINISHTHIS. I shouted. Silence. Then, CLANK. From the back. I walked toward it. Slow. Steady. The bench was there. Waiting. And the door was already moving. Up, down. Up, down. Faster. Like it knew I was coming. I'm not scared of you. I lied. The bar stopped. And slowly lowered itself, inviting me. I understood. This was never about haunting. It was about finishing. I took a deep breath and lay down on the bench. Cold metal touched my back. The air felt heavy. Like something was watching closely. Waiting. Fine, I whispered. Let's finish your last set. The bar lifted on its own. Above me. Heavy. Way too heavy. I couldn't move. My arms wouldn't respond. And then I felt it. Hands. Cold. Rotten. Dipping the bar with me. Helping me lift. Or forcing me to. Up, down. Up, down. Each rep harder than the last. My chest burned. My lungs screamed. STOP. I gasped. But it didn't stop. The weight increased. More. More. PLASC. And then I heard him. Right above me. Almost done. I looked up. And saw him. Face crushed. Eyes empty. Waiting. The bar dropped. I tried to push. But I cowered. It pressed against my chest. Crushing. Breaking. I screamed. And then everything went black. The gym reopened 6 months later. New owner. New equipment. Fresh paint. Everything normal. Almost. Because sometimes, late at night, when the gym is empty, people say they hear it. From the back. CLANK. A bar lifting. On its own. And if you look closely at the bench, you might see 2 shadows. One lifting. And one still trying to breathe. And if you stay long enough, you'll hear it. Right behind you. Spot me. Moral dark truth. Some things don't haunt places. They wait for someone to replace them. Locker 13. He was supposed to open that locker. The gym manager told me clearly. Never use locker 13. He didn't explain why. And I didn't ask. At first, I had just joined this 24/7 gym in Chicago. Clean place, modern machines. Bright lights, nothing creepy. At least during the day. I worked night shifts, so my workouts always started after midnight. And that's when things felt different. The gym would be empty. Too empty. No staff. No trainers, just rows of machines and the sound of your own breathing. And sometimes, not just yours. The locker room was in the basement. Dim lights, long hallway. Old metal lockers, most of them broken, except one. Locker 13. It stood in the corner. Clean, shiny, like it didn't belong there. The first night I noticed it, I thought something strange. It was slightly open, just a crack, and from inside, I heard breathing. Slow, heavy. I froze. Hello? I called out. The breathing stopped. Instantly, silence. I stepped closer, heart pounding, and slowly. I pushed the locker door open. Empty. Nothing inside. No bag. No clothes. No person. Just darkness. It lasted off. Nerves. I told myself. But when I turned to leave, SLAM. Locker shut behind me. I jumped. Turned back. Locker 13 was locked from the inside. I didn't touch it again that night. Next day, I asked the manager, "Why is locker 13 always weird?" He looked at me. "You serious? You opened it?" "Yeah." He went quiet. Then said something I wish I never heard. "Don't do it again." "Why?" He hesitated, then sighed. "A guy used to work out here, late nights, always alone." "Okay." He used locker 13. My stomach tightened. One night, he never left. I frowned. "What do you mean?" He found the locker locked from inside. Cold chills. And he swallowed. When they opened it, I leaned closer. It was empty. Silence. "But the CCTV," he whispered. Showed him going inside and never coming out. That should have been enough. I should have stayed away. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. 3 nights later, I went back. To 13. Empty gym. Dead silent. I walked into the locker room. Locker 13 was open again, waiting. This time, I didn't hesitate. I walked straight to it and looked inside. Dark. Too dark. Like it was deeper than it should be. Then, I saw something at the back. Movement, like someone standing inside, watching me. I stepped back, no, and turned to leave. But then, wait, a voice. I'm inside the locker. Weak, broken. Please. I froze. Help me. My heart started racing. Who's there? I whispered. Silence. Then, a hand, slowly, crawled out of the darkness. Pale. Too pale. Fingers twisted. Nails broken. Grabbing the edge of the locker. Pull me out. I shouldn't have, but I did. I grabbed his hand. Cold. Wet. And started pulling. Slowly. Something came out. An arm. Then another. And shoulders. Something was wrong. His body was too long. Stretching. Like it didn't fit. Like it was being pulled from somewhere far away. STOP. I shouted. But it was too late. His face emerged. Eyes wide. Mouth open. And then, he smiled. Too wide. Got you. Suddenly, he yanked me forward. My body slammed into the locker, and everything went dark. I felt myself falling. Not inside a locker. Somewhere deeper. Cold. Tight. Endless. And all around me, breathing. Not one. Many. Whispers echoing. Stay. Don't leave. Replace. I screamed. And then, I woke up on the locker room floor. Morning. Gym staff around me. You passed out, someone said. I looked at locker 13. Closed. Normal. Did you see anyone? I asked. They shook their heads. No one comes here at night. I laughed nervously. Yeah, right. When I got home and changed clothes, I saw it. On my wrist, finger marks, deep, dark, like something still holding me. And that night, at exactly to 13, I heard it from inside my closet. Knock, 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 and a voice. Open locker 13. I didn't open the closet. Not that night. Not the next. Not ever again. But it didn't matter, because whatever was inside didn't need me to open it. Every night at 13, the knocking came back. Knock, knock, knock. Slow, patient, like it knew it'd break eventually. I tried everything. Lights on, music loud, sleeping pills. Nothing worked, because after the knocking came the voice, closer each night. You already opened it. I stopped sleeping, stopped going to the gym, stopped looking at mirrors. But one night, I made a mistake. I stayed awake, washing the closet, waiting. To 13. I am silence. No knocking, no voice. I felt relief for the first time in days, and that's when I heard it. Behind me, on door. My blood froze. Slowly, I turned around and saw it. My bedroom door, slightly open. I always lock it. Always. But now, it was open. Just like locker 13. A small gap. Darkness inside. And from that darkness, breathing. Heavy. Wet. Please, the voice whispered. In voice. Help me out. I stepped back. Shaking. No. But my feet wouldn't move. Like something was pulling me closer. The door creaked open wider, and I saw it. Inside my room. The locker. Locker 13. Standing there, where my wall should be. Door slightly open. Waiting. No, I whispered. The voice came again. You promised. The hand emerged again. Came pale skin. Same broken fingers. Reaching for me. Pull me out. Tears filled my eyes. I didn't promise anything. Silence. Then, the voice changed. Deeper. Angrier. Then stay instead. Suddenly, the room went dark. Something grabbed my arm. Hard. I screamed, but no sound came out. I was dragged closer to the locker, closer to the darkness. And inside, I saw them. Not one, dozens. Bodies. Stacked. Twisted. Eyes open. Watching. Waiting. And all of them whispered together. Make space. I fought. Kicked. Screamed. But it was too strong. The last thing I remember was being pulled inside. And the door, SLAM, a gym, is still open. Still running. Still normal. Locker room, same as always. Except, locker 13 is gone. Removed. Or so people think. Because sometimes, late at night, a new locker appears in different places. Corner, hallway, even inside empty rooms. Always the same number. 13. And sometimes, if you're alone, you'll hear it from inside. Knock, knock, knock. And a voice. Pull me out. World dark truth. Some doors aren't meant to be opened, because once you do, they don't just stay in one place. I shouldn't have gone there that night. I knew something was wrong the moment I stepped inside that gym. Because the lights were on. But the place was supposed to be closed. It was around 1:40. I am in a small town in Texas. I couldn't sleep. So I thought, why not hit the gym? There was this old 24/7 gym I had just joined. Cheap membership. No staff at night. Perfect. Right? Yeah, that's what I thought too. I scanned my card. The door unlocked. As soon as I walked in, a cold air hit me. Not normal AC cold. Something else. The lights flickered once, then stayed on. Hello? I called out. No answer. The entire gym was empty. Or at least, it looked empty. I dropped my bag, put on my headphones. I had to ignore the weird feeling. Started with treadmill. Everything felt normal. For exactly 3 minutes. Then, treadmill next to me turned on. By itself. I froze. No one there. No one touched it. It started slow, then faster. Footsteps. I heard footsteps. Right next to me. Running. But no one was there. I pulled off my headphones. The sound stopped. Treadmill stopped. Silence. Okay, I'm just tired, I whispered. I shouldn't have stayed. But I did. I moved to the weight area. Picked up dumbbells. Started lifting. That's when I noticed the mirror. Something was off. My reflection was delayed. I lifted my arm. It lifted a second later. I dropped the weights. Nope. I'm done. I grabbed my bag, turned to leave. But then, in the mirror, I saw someone behind me. Tall, standing still. I turned around instantly. Nothing there. My heart started racing. I looked back at the mirror. He was still there. Closer now, face hidden in shadow. I cowled and breathed. Who are you? I shouted. No response, but slowly, he raised his hand and pointed behind me. I turned again. Nothing. But when I looked back, he was right behind me. In the mirror, his face was mine, got twisted. Smiling. Too white. Eyes black. Leave. He whispered, and his mouth didn't move. The sound was in my head. I stumbled back, and suddenly, all the machines turned on. At once, treadmills running, weights clanking, chains shaking, like the gym was alive, watching me, waiting, and then, all the mirrors showed something different. Not me, not the gym, but people. Working out, dozens of them. Something was wrong. They weren't moving normally. Jerky, broken, like puppets, and all of them stopped at the same time and turned toward me. Every single one, smiling. And then they started walking, not toward the mirrors, but toward me, from inside the mirrors. I screamed, ran for the exit. But the door wouldn't open. Looked. I banged on it. L-E-T-M-E-L-U-T. Behind me, the sound of footsteps. Dozens of them. Getting closer. I turned slowly and saw it. They were out. Not in the mirrors anymore. In the gym. Surrounding me. Same faces. Same empty eyes. And in the middle of them was me. That same twisted version. Smiling wider than before. You came at the wrong time, he said. What do you want? I cried. He tilted his head. Nothing. And stepped closer. Just someone to stay. The lights went out. Hands grabbed me. Cold. Too many. Pulling. Dragging. I screamed. And then everything stopped. I woke up outside the gym. Morning. People around me. You okay? Someone asked. I nodded slowly. What happened? I don't know. I looked back at the gym. Normal. Right. Safe. I laughed nervously. Just a nightmare. But when I checked my phone, I saw something that made my blood run cold. A photo. Taken at 1:52. From inside the gym. Dozens of people standing around, and in the center, me, smiling, with black eyes, looking straight at the camera. Well, that truth. Some places don't trap your body. They replace you and let something else walk out. I shouldn't have gone there that night. I tried to delete the photo. My hands were shaking. Delete. It disappeared. For a second. Then it came back. Same image. Same people. Same me. But this time, my smile was wider. I dropped my phone. No. I looked around. Morning crowd. Normal people. Talking. Laughing. Everything felt real. To real. I picked up my phone again. A photo changed. Now the people behind me were closer, like they had taken a step forward. My chest tightened. I ran home, locked the door, closed the curtains. I kept telling myself, it's over, you're safe. But deep down, I knew it was over. That night, I didn't go out, didn't sleep, just sat there, watching the clock. 1:51. I am. My heart started racing. 1:52. I am. My phone buzzed. I didn't want to look, but I did. New photo. Taken just now. Inside the gym. Same scene. Same people. But this time, I wasn't in the center. I was standing at the entrance, looking inside, like I was about to walk in. No, I whispered. And then, I heard it. From outside my room. Footsteps. Slow. Heavy. Coming closer. My door started to open. AK. I couldn't move. Standing there was May. Same face. Same body. But those eyes. Black. Empty. And that smile. Too wide. You left early, he said. His voice was mine. But I stayed. I shook my head. You're not real. He stepped closer. Then why am I here in not? My breath stopped. What? He held up his phone. The photo. But this time, I was inside the gym. Surrounded. Trapped. Beating on the mirrors. Screaming. While he stood outside. Free. No, I screamed. He leaned in. Whispered softly. That place doesn't keep people. His smile grew wider. It swapped them. The lights flickered. Everything went dark. For a second, when the lights came back, I was gone. No. People still go to that gym. Late at night. Alone. And sometimes, at exactly 1:52, I am. Mirrors show something strange. Not reflections, but people trapped, begging, screaming silently. And outside the mirror, someone else is watching, smiling, waiting for the next person to walk in. Final dark truth. Some nights don't end when you leave, because something else might leave in your place.